Hello everyone. Welcome to my final year project presentation. My title is IoT Blind Assistant and Navigation System. My name is Gifu. So for my project breakdown, in year 2020, based on United Nations data, shows that world population surpassing 7 billion people. Okay, according to the recent data from WHO, which is World Health Organization, their estimation number of people visually impaired in the world is 285 million, 39 million blind, and 246 million having low vision. So 65% of people visually impaired and 82% of all blind are 50 years and older. So generally, a normal individuals relies a lot on their vision to know and understand about their position and their headed direction in the environment, recognizing various of elements and objects in their surroundings. For a visual pair individual or blind individuals, it's hard for them to freely mobile, so they will use white cane to avoid obstacles and as their mobility resources. Some of them will use well-trained guide dogs for helping or finding a way to remote location. Visually impaired individuals or blind individuals face one big problem when they are hard to cross the road by themselves. Next, for the problem statement, uh, so these are the following problems that I wish to solve. First one is blind individuals hard to detect obstacles if just solely depends on walking navigation. Second, blind individuals find themselves hard to cross the traffic light on their own. Third one is most of the blind person are jobless and some of them are even helpless, so they won't have so much money or cash to buy the device to help them. So next, for my project objective, I wish to complete all this. First is to design and enable blind individuals overcome obstacles. Second is to design and enable blind individuals cross traffic lights safely. Third one is to design and enable blind individuals detect objects and distance of mobile of objects easily. So next is project scope. So due to my inexperience, this project will focus more on object detection and traffic sign detection on the vision system. If this project successfully done finish the object detection and traffic sign detection, I will also try to include face detection also, but other than that I will not include. So the important part for this project is the navigation for the blind individual. So this project will need navigation system and networking system as well. So next is methodology. So I'm using for software development life cycle, I'm using iterative method. So for iterative models, there are analysis. The first step is planning and requirements, and then analysis and design, and then go to implementation and testing and evaluation. So if the implementation is success, we will start the development. If not, it will continue to testing and then evaluation again, and it will going on continuously like a loop. Okay, so if unless the implementation is success, then the development will continue, it will start. If not, they will continue to run again. So the benefit is I can detect the error in each of tests and make changes, so that easy for me to spot every errors on each of the step developing this project. So next is the flowchart of this project. So first first is start and then go to user means blind individuals, and then the Raspberry Pi is where the system is implemented. So the goes to camera is the the Pi camera. So it will go to path finding. So if once got path, Then next he will go to object detection. If no, he will stop and then go back to camera again. So until he find a path that can user can walk, you will continue. If not, you will continue like a loop and then just go back to camera and then find path ending until the camera finds a path for the user. And then once it's fine, I will start the object detection. Okay, so if yes, got object that blocking the user, it will stop and then go back to camera again. If okay, no, nothing is blocking the user, so it will inform the user to move, then user will move. So that's all for the basic flowchart. So next is use case diagram. So for this project, this is my use case diagram. The user will execute the program and then the program will go to input. The input from the camera is for the user, for the blind individual, so it means the camera. So the camera will capture the image and store the capture image and then send to the system of the laptop. So the system of the laptop will be pre-processing the image, identify the image and then calculate the distance of that object to that user. Okay, so once it calculated, it will generate an audio signal for the identified object and then transfer the audio signal to the audio output. And then audio output means is the Raspberry Pi, so the Raspberry Pi will inform the user whether what is the object, so where the placement is and how many distance that are. So once the user is don't want to use the program anymore, then the Raspberry Pi will close and exit the program. So next is we install the library that this project need. So the library that I use is, first is OpenCV, second is NumPy, third is TensorFlow, which is important, and then fourth is Pillow, five is Seaborn. So for using CV libraries, we need to define a variable as a cap to create a video capture object to capture the video. Okay, so the cap CV equals to cv2 dot video capture 0. We need to define a variable for it and then define the frame size to capture the frame by frame. Okay, so it means that capture the box by box. Okay, so the cap dot get is to define the frame size to capture. Okay, to capture the frame. Okay, next is draw boxes at result image for the object detection using image. So this one later I will show you the example. The draw frame on the video result for the object detection using video also later I will show you guys. So once the detection and classification done, the capture result is released. Okay, so for the sample testing part, I will show you guys the testing that I use. So first is this photo of where I download from internet. So this is a photo of many people at the family mart. So after run the detection, it will show the box, the drone. Okay, wait, I will show you guys. So this is the picture after the object detection. So there are many different color. So the umbrella is in green color with 69.4%. This means that the detection result. So the person are red color, so the box are drawn for each person are detected. So the chair are in purple color. Okay, so this means that it's really good. So in a good lighting condition, and then the camera can detect it. I mean the system can detect it. Okay, so next let us see another example. So this is the image of I captured in a library. Okay, so it not really in a good lighting condition, but still it can capture a few things. So after the detection is successful, so this is the result. So the person there are 3% detected, so with 98 0.1%, 90%, and 86%. So they are 3%, and then a bottle. So others, the system can't detect it. So welcome to my final year project presentation. My title is IoT Blind Assistant and Navigation System. My name is Wengifu. So for my project breakdown, so you can see there are many red boxes because there are many person, and then some of them green are handbags. So you can see the moving boxes. Okay, the person are moving, the box also are moving, because the system is detect it in real time. Okay, so that every second you can detect it. So this is the result of the video for the video part. So for this screen, I'm testing for the webcam. So using using webcam to real-time object detection. Okay, so once after you type in the command, so you need to wait for a while so that the system will recognize which is the webcam, and then will open the webcam. Okay, so now let's wait. As you can see, the webcam start detecting. So first it will detect very slowly, so I need to move the webcam slowly so that the detection occurs. So first it will detect me, and then the person, and then the chair, and the dining chair, the chair and dining table, and then person again, then will clock. Okay, so these are how the webcam the object detection detects object. Okay, so this is how it's run. So next is the requirement. So for the software, I need Windows. I using Windows 10 operating system, Python, then open CV libraries, and then Google Cloud Vision API. This one I will use in future. Okay, I'm not yet start to use the Google Cloud Vision API. So the hardware part: laptop, Raspberry Pi camera, speaker, and microphone. So next, for the future development, I will include GPS tracker so that we can track where the user are, because as we know they are blind individual, so I must take care of their safety also, so that I can track whether they are safe or not, or where are their whereabouts. So the second thing is the connection between two Raspberry Pi, because for the crossing road part, I will use one Raspberry Pi as traffic light, another one as the user using one of navigation part. Okay, so once the user enter a certain range with the traffic light, then they will connect each other, and then the user will need to answer the traffic light Raspberry Pi whether they want to cross the road or not. If one, then the Raspberry Pi of the traffic light will start to turn red, so the user can cross safely. So the number 3 is voice feedback. Voice feedback is for the object detection. So once the object is detected, it will send a voice to the user. So the third one is implementation of Raspberry Pi. Okay, so once the system is done, I will implement to the Raspberry Pi. Then number 5 is Google Cloud Vision API. This API will work as like for the navigation. So the data will be on the Google Cloud so that we can access it simultaneously. So next is Q&A. I think let me show you let me use the webcam to talk so that I can explain it better.
What are your limitations for this system?
So what are the limitation for this system? The limitation, I guess, for now, after I test the object detection, will be lighting condition, because if the environment or the place is dark, the object detection can't detect any object. unless there are light on the objects. I guess so far this is the limitation, okay, that I can't solve it.
Who inspire you to do this project?
Because since I'm like to help people, so I hope that by doing this project I can help the blind individuals so that they can have more mobility, so that they can go out on their own, can avoid obstacle, because I can feel that it's really hard for, if let's say a normal human close their eye and go out walk, it's really hard and really dangerous. So I hope this project can help the blind individual a lot, and the low impaired people also.
Where will you test this system for the navigation part in future?
uh I guess after I done this system, I will go out, go to a crowd place to test this system, so that see I can test the object detection or not, and then maybe the traffic light part. So maybe I will test. Okay, so one, maybe in crowded place, or the place that have many obstacles like stairs or anyways lah, mostly will be crowded place, so that we can test this system more efficiently.
Which part of the system development will give you challenges?
So which part of the system that make give me challenges? I think probably will be the coding part, because it's really hard, and this is the first time I'm get to with object detection, the TensorFlow, all that. And the second one will be the navigating part, because it's really hard, not easy. We need to see the Google map, the person the path can take. And then the third one, it will be voice feedback. Voice feedback must, once every time the object detected, the voice will send signal to inform the user. Okay, so these three will be the challenges from this system development.
How you plan to finalize this project in the end?
So how I plan to finish this project? Okay, maybe after I finish the system, I will put it in a cap and on head, because our eye is on right. So it's better for us to, for me to plan it, put it on head, so easy for the system to detect the object, to detect other things. Okay, so I guess that's it. So I guess that's all for me, for this interim report. um, so thanks for helping me a lot and guide me. So thanks for watching, guys.